Hi, my name is James. James Loves Games, and this could be a total train wreck. So, just like every single other stream I've ever done, today I'm going to be tackling the enormous painting backlog that I have. I have a gaming backlog and a painting backlog, believe it or not. And I figure it would be prudent for me to try to get some painting done while interacting with you fine folk at the same time. 2 birds, 1 stone and all that. So we're gonna see. I've got way more spinning plates going on during this stream than usual, so something's gonna get messed up, and I'm just curious to see what that's gonna be tonight. Oh, Korea, give me energy. This stream is not brought to you by Bacchus D, but my energy levels are brought to you by Bacchus D. Bacchus D. The bottle is dark to hide how unnatural the color of this drink is. Okay. So, here's what we got going on. Just so you know. By the way, let me know if the music is way too loud. The music is for your benefit because I imagine, I mean, it's good music, but I'll probably be staring intently at a large chunk of plastic through most of this. So, that's definitely for you. So, what we got going on here is I'm using this as just a model to demonstrate. I'll be getting to him at some point, but I've got some plans, grand plans, in my gross spray box. So I'm going to be setting things up as this goes on. Multitasking, gaming, and painting. That's right. I'm going to be setting some things up in the first couple minutes of the stream, so bear with me. And yeah, let's hang out and paint. I have my by the way, hi Neil. James Loves Paint. Hi Last Olympian. Nice to see you guys. I have my little air compressor down here. I've done some Zoom calls with some friends with it on. I don't think it'll be noisy. I don't think you'll be able to hear it. We'll see. If you hear some annoying humming, that's what it is. So, hooking that up right now. As usual, I am very professional and prepared. There we go. Gloves. Konbanwa, Sister A. The brush, the airbrush itself, also useful for airbrushing. Kind of necessary, some would say, to the process. I'm fairly new to airbrushing. I got this, I don't know, like 4 months ago or so. I'm by no means competent at it, or speaking for that matter, as you all know, but we're gonna give it a go. Get that. Let's see. So let's turn this on. There we go. Can you hear the humming? Hopefully it's humming. This. I'm told the humming can't be heard. I will believe that. So the way my personal painting process works is I've got the models that I build. They're gray and plastic. And then I spray them with a primer. This stuff. I love it. It smells like candy. But don't eat it. I assume it's bad for you. So yeah, I spray all of the models with the black primer. And then what I'm going to do, mostly tonight probably, is I've got a white that I'm going to spray on the top and kind of around top at like a 45-degree angle. It's called a Zenithal highlight, and it basically simulates light coming onto the model from above, so the bottom of it stays dark, keeping those shadows down underneath things. So to look at it from this point of view, you know, it would still be black, but from the top it would be white. And so that way, whenever you're painting over it, you can thin your paints or use some contrast paints and things, and it keeps a lot of that detail. And so lighter stuff on top, darker stuff on bottom adds to the realism. So I'm going to be attempting to do some of that tonight. Sister A, James, did you work construction ever? Heck no. I'm pretty sure no job site would have me. But I have... I'm shrinking. I have done construction type things before. I've built things mostly for myself and family and all that, but nothing for money by any means. Okay. Let's see. And I'm just realizing I have a cool little device that I can put my little paint pots onto, and it vibrates and shakes them up. And I think I left it at home. So I'm gonna be shaking them like a caveman today. Sister A, James has a hard hat on his desk. Oh, yeah, that. I got that specifically. I got that specifically for Mario Maker videos. Some of the first videos I made for this channel were Mario Maker 2. So that was for thumbnails, and because it was like $7 or something for the hard hat. It's probably mostly decorative, I don't know. But anyway, I need a cup of water. I'll be right back. All right. I'm going to modify my carefully crafted box. Neil, fingers crossed, final night at work and then back on Christmas Day. We'll be in and out of chat. So hello, everyone that turns up. That's awesome, Neil. Work sucks. I know. Here we go. a professional box job. I'm gonna try to put the mic in such a way I can still be heard and be seen and see the thing that I'm working on. I'm not actually going to be working on him first. That's just a wicked cool model, isn't it? That's just really neat. What I'm going to do first is I have a lot of little terrain features and things like this. And excuse me. Hold on just a second. I'm going to bust up my mic audio a little bit because I'm probably going to mumble and not talk super loud today. Let's turn up that gain. The scent of gain. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, I've got lots of these little terrain features that I will test out my Zenithal process. I've not actually done any Zenithal stuff. I've done the basing and I've done a lot of hand painting, but I've not done this actually. So I don't want to screw up one of my models. I will screw up the terrain because it doesn't matter as much to me. So we'll do that. Shake it. Shake it, shake it. I can't believe I forgot that thing. Oh well. It is what it is. So, I'm gonna go ahead and strip for y'all. You guys have any cool Christmas plans? I assume with my group of people, it's probably mostly not work and lots of video games. If I had to hazard a guess, that would be my guess. And I don't want hair in my paint. Or paint in my hair, for that matter. Whoa! Glad there wasn't anything in there. Alright. So what we have here is I use all different brands of paint. It's just kind of whatever my friends recommend to me. At any given time for any given color. This white was recommended to me. Pro Acryl bold titanium white, and it is very white, and I like it a lot. I've heard the Corax white from Citadel is very chalky, and it doesn't blend so well. So we're gonna try. I've used it just as details, and it's great. It is white. And I've got some airflow improver. So you put your paint in there, and then you put your airflow improver in there, and then helps it flow. It improves the flow. If you can believe that. There we go. Excellent. Imagine we probably won't draw in a huge crowd tonight. Some middle-aged man going through his midlife crisis. Painting things is probably not high on everyone's list of things to watch, but I was gonna do it anyway, so we might as well. Yeah. Stream it. All right, so let's get some. Got some drops. Got some drops of that. Not too much. We're just gonna play around a bit. Play some games. Quit playing games with my paint. pretty liberal with the airflow improver. A little more paint. Don't forget your goggles. Oh, I forgot my mask. Actually works pretty well. Usually you can do this kind of thing where you put your finger on there to mix up the paint and all, but it's, I think I just don't have enough in there to pull off that particular maneuver. Oh, there we go. Just need to cover the hole. Like I said, it's terrain pieces, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. There we go. It just does it. Yeah, let's just drop it everywhere, James. Working pretty well. For my very untrained eye, anyway. Also, the gloves, very important. Unless you like having lots of paint on your hands, which I don't. So that's a pretty good sampling of how that works. You get the brightest white on top, and then you get the darker colors underneath. So you get, you know, you get the lights and you get the shadows. That's a good example in there, because we've got the light portion and the dark portion. So you got that kind of natural light source coming down on top of it. I might have done that one a bit much, but you know, it's all about experimentation, you know what I mean? Neil, one thing I miss about painting, I love the smell of oil paints. I don't know what oil paints smell like. I've never used oil paints. I thought this James fellow loved games. I love playing games with your heart, Brett. That counts. Robbie Guy, fire. This is fire. White fire. Can you believe it? What will they think of next? It turned out pretty well, I would say. So we got another terrain piece here. It's got some faces and armor and things. So, like I said, we start with the top, work our way around. It's pretty fun. See, when you get it just the top angle, then it almost has this like fallen snow kind of look on it, which is really neat. See that? So it's a pretty cool technique. Like I said, I'm doing about 45 degrees max. The other benefit of doing this is you can tell from how it was earlier when it was totally black. When you put the zenithal down, you get so much, obviously, more contrast, and so it makes it way easier to paint. Even if you're not going to use the sort of like highs and lows, if you're just going to slather on some thick coats of paint and cover up all that detail anyway, it really helps when painting because you can see all the details in the model way better, and so it's easier to kind of identify what it is that you're painting and actually see the model. That is satisfying. I'll tell you what. Now we're flowing. Looking good. Looking real good. Slap some contrast paint on there, which is kind of like, you know, a watered down, high pigmentation paint, so that you can still see the detail underneath. You'll still see that difference. It'll look really good. Look good. All right. Nice. You'll be in my heart. James is transcended. He is James Loves Paints. I'm going to get my airbrushing finger tonight. You say that. You take that back. Master OJ, what's up? No worries. Your mom says. So I think those turned out pretty well. You know, it's a simple kind of concept. It's really just a matter of doing it. I think, like, one of the things I've learned painting all this Warhammer stuff is that, like, you need to just try it out. You need to just do it, because there's this kind of like paralysis that takes over. I mean, it's like trying to decide what colors and stuff to paint stuff is a process all its own. But like just the act of putting brush to model, you know, it seems really daunting because it's like you don't want to mess it up. You want it to be perfect, but it's one of those things that teaches you the lesson that you really just, you've got to screw it up. You've got to screw up stuff a couple times to figure it out, and then you get better at it. And it's just been learning life lessons from Warhammer, man. I tell you what. So yeah. It'll pop a lot more on the table. I mean, even just adding the white on there makes it so much more visible. The details. Hold on just a second. Let's find some others to paint. My daughter's Seraphon Spearhead gets priority because I got this for her birthday, and we put it together, and I went ahead and primed it black, and she is just itching to jump in and start painting it, but I need to put the Zenithal on first, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. So we'll do that. Start off with some Saurus warriors and such. There's so many. Let's just start off with these 10 and work our way up. Because I got some special contrast paints just for the dinos, so hopefully it'll turn out well. Christmas man bun. Ho ho ho. All right. Who's first? You are. Log. There we go. He's looking pretty good. Little frosty dinosaur, which is very strange. But yeah, you can get a nice, kind of gradient from white to black. Even on that shield, there's a bit of a difference. So when you put the contrast paints on there, it's really gonna pop more. That looks good. Yeehaw. All right. Already improving. Another one. You can go through it pretty quickly once you kind of get going. Oh man, they look so much better once you pop that white on them. Like you can see so much more detail. It's crazy. Got us the army, y'all. Nice. Shit a little bit. Frosty Boys. I've been thinking of going live on some of my accounts with Christmas Village painting. You've inspired me to go ahead with it. Yes! Yes. Honestly, we need more live painting in our lives. Good stuff to have on just in the background. Brett Williams, 36 months, 3 stinking years. I've been here since James was 14 years old. I hope you appreciate the level of dedication this takes. I appreciate it very much, Brett. Thank you so much. 3 years. Our relationship is a toddler. I like this one because he's got a little drum. Boom, 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 boom. He's cute. So much paint on my gloves. I wonder why. You know, most people with a brain will like they'll have like a little thing that this connects to that they hold on to instead of just like spraying their hand directly. The rubber gloves are cheap, and I got a bunch of them. So frosty. Little frosty boys. Here's to the next 4 months. Yes. 40 months. Gloves are cheap and grips are expensive. My wallet's fat and so is my... Is that a carol just for me? A little bit more. Whoa. Boy, that flow improver just flows out of the bottle really quickly. New mix. I think that helps. Put the lid on it, actually. Actually bubbles up. There we go. So light. I'm dreaming of some white lizards, just like the ones that look like snow. Come on. Improve the flow. There we go. We are improved. Looking good. Man, running through them quicker than I thought it would. I'm convinced you snagged someone else's painting video and you're acting like these are your Oh yeah. You think me now, Brett? Gonna go see Nosferatu. Oh, I would love to go see that one. That looks really, really scary. I might have to wait till it's on Netflix or something and watch it by myself. Come on. Nice. Wait. Feetsies. Gotta have white little feetsies. White little feet. Brett, I love Robert Eggers' films. The Lighthouse is my top 5 all time. I've been wanting to see that one too. I don't get much opportunities to watch movies. Mostly because I'm exhausted by the time I actually sit down on the couch at night. But then I suppose it doesn't take much energy to sit and watch a movie. Watch it awake though, that's something else. All right. Oh, nope. Second to last one. Music. Deku Palace. Where's that from? Streets of Rage? I need to be holding this so you guys can actually see it, huh? I keep just sort of like drifting up here out of frame. I told you, I can only keep so much in mind. All right. Last one, and he's the dude with the funky staff. Snaky staff. The new Superman trailer has me very excited. Well, I did see that trailer, and it looked pretty cool. This one's a little tricky because it's got the super tall staff. All right. Get on there, bro. All right. 10 Saurus warriors. Right there. Pretty good. We'll work on the Croxagores next. Big boys. I love these models. They're so cool. They're straight up just giant dinosaurs with death hammers. They're really neat. Guys are looking mighty fine. So yeah, you could just put the contrast paint straight on there. Let that color just kind of seep in, and you get the nice contrast. Hints like a virgin. There we go. That's 10 handsome boys right there. Go ahead and take that terrain while I'm at it. All right. We have a drinky drink. Deej! Oh, heck yeah, dude. What's up, Deej? I'm just so happy to see Superman returning to what he should be, full of hope, optimism, and a belief in the goodness of humanity. The Zack Snyder Superman upset you. Yeah. Neil, I liked Henry Cavill as Superman, just needed a better director. Yeah, Henry Cavill wasn't my problem. Zack Snyder and the writing was my problem. Yeah, I've seen a lot of Zack Snyder's films used as sort of like the bad example of, it's like a how not to do XYZ in a movie. And they bring up some good points. I mean, I love Henry Cavill to death. I'll watch him in anything, and I think he was a fantastic Superman. But yeah, the writing really just kind of hamstrung him a little bit. I like Zack's older movies, 300, Watchmen, and the Dawn of the Dead remake were enjoyable. Yeah. I didn't know 300 was Zack Snyder. That's kind of crazy. I don't know why it's crazy. I just didn't know it. Come on. There we go. Bubble up. Might as well add some more. Squish. You know, thinking back, I should be adding the flow improver first, so it can, you know, mix from the bottom and all that. There we go. Get bubbly up in there, son. It's gold in them thar hills. Mixing. Itchy neck. Come on. There we go. Mix it up. Mix-a-mixa. Oh, yeah. So when you... I have circle fingers. When you push down on the end and blow air out of it, it sort of sends the air back into the cup and makes little air bubbles and mixes the things. Sometimes. Come on. You getting all gunky on me? Don't you dare. Come on. I have a replacement ready if this one doesn't want to cooperate. Why? Why are you like this? I think it just got a little gunked up on the end. I don't know. Pull some of that off. Eee. That was it. All right. Flow improved. Haha. Let's zoom in for maximum coolness. Angry because he's covered in snow. Look at those details emerge. Get his feetsies. Giant muscular dinosaurs. His abs. Dude's got like a 20 pack. Ripped. Pretty good. Good job. Deej, just got my first airbrush yesterday and I love it so far. I'm building up a model for my 30K army tonight, so I'm hanging out with you. Oh, nice. That's fantastic, Deej. Yeah, I'm pretty airbrush noob myself. This is my first Zenithal application. I will say I do regret buying a compressor with no tank. So just the air goes just straight out the brush and then it's humming along, compressing more. So it's kind of annoying. Wish I'd have spent an extra, like $30 on one of the tank, but I didn't realize at the time. So here we are. That's okay. I really love this model because it's got a little froggy right there. You can't see it yet, but you will. I love this airbrush though. Like when it comes to applying your primer, there is no comparison between using an airbrush and using the rattle cans. The rattle cans are just horrendous. It's got to be like within this like 25-degree temperature range, no wind, certain humidity outside, and it's just like I've got like 2 weeks out of the year I can actually prime stuff with a rattle can. And it's so much smoother with the airbrush. All gunk up on me again. It has its hiccups, but for broad application. I'm loving it at the moment. What kind of army did you get in Horus Heresy? Deej? Man, that looks great for your first time doing it. And yeah, I read a lot of horror stories about tankless compressors, which airbrushes that. It looks great. This is the one that came with it. So I bought a set at Harbor Freight for like $100, and it works really well. It's just noisy, and yeah, because it runs so constantly, I really kind of have to take breaks every so often. Otherwise, it gets really, really hot. But I don't do this enough to really worry about that so much. Golly. Seems like it's really clumping up on me. You know, this paint mixture I'm using is kind of putting this a little bit of a rough texture on here that I don't really hate, especially for these lizard men, because it gives it this kind of grittiness that I feel is very appropriate. I'll have to work that out before I paint my Tau battleships, but oh yeah, in the frame, James, in the frame. In the frame. I can't help it. There we go. I think the flow improver finally hit. I have these little moments where I'll be painting and it's like, it's not really coming out so much, and then like I'll get a little flow improver will get in there and it's just like suddenly flying out at breakneck pace. I'm gonna call him good. Very nice. Hey Nicole, good to see you. James loves art. I do love art. It has been an hour. Thank you. Touch. I know that's got an echo. I'm just gonna do the regular shout out. Thank you all supporters of James Loves Games. I appreciate y'all very much. All the cultists and the zealots. If you're interested in supporting the channel, Ko-fi.com/JamesLovesGames. Ko-fi.com. Once again, that's Ko-fi.com. So good at promoting myself. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, you little froggy boy. I'm a little froggy boy. He is not happy. I was told there'd be bugs here. Ha! Sorry. Ah, hilarious. Come on, mix up you. Improve your flow. Mostly what I paint is this cardboard box. It's really nice. James, you've seen Warhammer on secret level? I've not, Keith. I don't have Prime at the moment, but I'm sure at some point I will borrow somebody's login that I know and watch it that way. Deej, Blood Angels, of course. Of course! It's got to be Blood Angels because they're awesome. My two biggest factors for a compressor were heat and sound level since I have young children. Same. I have a separate office I do all this in, so thankfully, so I'm not too much of a bother. And my kids are older; they're not really that young. They're like 8 and 10, so they know better. Come on, what is your problem? You need to improve your flow, my friend. Don't make me get Pearl Jam over here. Mixy. There we go. Bubba Lane. Come on. There we go. That's better. Last Croxagore of the three. Flow improved. Somewhat. I love Blood Angels, by the way, Deej. That Sanguinius model is just epic. I don't play Horus Heresy, but I've considered getting that and just putting it on the shelf, just because it looks awesome. Oh yes. Come on. It tasks me. There we go. We got the flow a little bit. In the frame, James, in the frame. I gotta catch myself. I get so focused, I'm like bringing it up to my face. You see it in this camera, but not this one. Actually, the intended. James can't do 3 things at once. I can do 2. I can play a video game and talk to chat, but painting is hard. He looked good. I got stuck to the tape. There we go. 3 beautiful Croxy boys. And look at them. You can actually see, you know, like details and stuff. They're beautiful. I'm gonna let my compressor cool down for a minute. It's getting a little warm. James can't talk in the third person. James tired of y'all giving. James is exhausted. James, have you seen more? Oh, I already read that. Nicole, just wanted to pop in and show my support. I might go and play more Rune Factor. I've just been craving fantasy farming sims lately. You're always craving fantasy farm sims, Nicole. Deej, I've got a Sanguinius with the diorama base, but I haven't built it yet because I don't feel like I'm ready yet. Once I build that one, I don't think there's anywhere left to go from there. Yeah, it's pretty epic. It's pretty intense. There's so much sweat under this glove. It's ridiculous. It's like a water balloon at this point. Dang, it really gets in there, doesn't it? And then you can see underneath, he's still got the blackness under the scales. Why? Black. It's like magic. White black. Did James just solve racism? I think so. They complement each other is what I'm saying. Sides to both. What are you saying? You're out of your element. All right. Now on to the big challenge. He's slightly larger than even the Croxigores. Put them with their friends over here. I feel like this one needs a little bit more on his weapon. Just a bit. Drinky. What's the end color scheme for these little guys? So, actually, I'll show you. I do have actual colors. Hold on, Carnosaur. It's your turn. So, these are my daughters, so she's going to be painting them. She has chosen to do sort of like a rainbow theme. So each dinosaur is going to be a different color. So there'll be a yellow one and a green one and a blue one. So I got some pretty cool colors. Some like really bright kind of dinosaur-y colors. Got a bright green. This one's actually called Croxagore scales, so it's definitely made for them. Yellow. We got an orange. This one's like a really dark purple. And then I've got this super light blue one as well. And yeah, we'll just kind of go from there. Oh, and I've got Blood Angels red as well. So yeah, I'm just gonna let her go wild with it, with some guidance. But yeah, so that's the plan for them. They're gonna be just like neon bright dinosaurs on the battlefield. I think it'll be pretty cool, actually. I'm looking forward to seeing them painted up on the table. This. So yeah, that's the plan. I need more water, I guess. And I got some, you know, metallics for armor and some leathers and things like that. But for the most part, they're going to be very bright, rainbowy wizard. I think this is probably gummed up again. Wow. There we go. All right. Saurus Old Blood on Carnosaur. Hi. Hey, Lois. Hey. Give this drunk guy a camera. Alright. I'll actually be able to see it now. He's so huge. A bottle of paint unto himself. Oh yeah, by the way, did you guys see the Game Awards video I posted? What are your thoughts on the trailers? Honestly, like, I'm so hyped for The Witcher 4, but Intergalactic has me really intrigued as well. This model is just massive. Hope these kids know how blessed they are to have a nerd dad like you to show them the ways of geekery. They'll appreciate it when they're meeting other dads, I'm sure. I'm sure they do already, though. I don't even need to hold him. He's so big. Usually if the model's small enough, the air compressor or the airbrush will just blow him away. But he's not a problem. He looks so good now. He's got details. It's amazing. I suppose I should say they, since there's two of them here. Boy, it smells like paint in here. I should probably be wearing a mask. I usually do. think he's probably good. Give him one last look-see. He's so highlighted. And again, on the bottom. Cha-chong. Cha-chong. Found some spots. Needs a little extra boost. I'll be here all day. Ah, just one more little spot. Just one more. Once you put the paint on, you're not going to be able to tell. All right, he's looking good, I think. So that is a whole spearhead done in about an hour. Under an hour, roughly. Just the Zenithal, but still, he's done. So hooray, my daughter can paint. Yay! Now granted, the Seraphon Spearhead does have fewer models than most. I think this one has 14, one of them being humongous, and some of them range all the way up to like 25, close to 30. But hey, you know, having a whole spearhead like this done and ready for actual paints makes me feel pretty good. I've also got, for the next one, I have a Chaos Lord on a Karkadrak. And I actually got this model this past summer when we were in Japan. I got to go to the flagship store, the flagship Warhammer store in Tokyo, and it was quite an experience. That place really was awesome. I'll drop some pictures in the Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord and you're new here, check out the link in the description to join the Discord. It's really cool. So I'll drop some pics of the Warhammer store from Tokyo. It was really neat, and I got this guy there. So I don't have a Chaos or Slaves to Darkness army yet, but I just thought that was a really cool model and a nice little memento from going to that store. It was really cool. So let's go ahead and spray him up all good. I missed some chat. Glad to see a lot of old IPs making a return. Same, Neil. Same. Deej, I've got high hopes for Witcher 4. I hope that I'm at a place in life that will allow me to play it when it comes out. Same. I hope I have the time and the energy to actually play it. But, you know, I can always just do more streams and play the Witcher 4 that way. So that's my outlet. This is my outlet for doing things. Keith, I've started Witcher 3 a few times but never finished it. Same. Someone spoiled the ending for me recently, but it wasn't like mind-shattering. Witcher 4 looks awesome. Yes. Neil, I bought Okami on sale the other day because of the sequel announcement. I've wanted to play it for a while now. It's fantastic. It's really good. Some of it might seem a little dated because, I mean, it's like coming on 20 years old. When did that come out? 2005 or 6? It's almost 20 years old, maybe. But it's really Elden Ring Night Rain that's got me hyped the most. Yeah, Neil, I figured you'd be all about that. Keith, Intergalactic has potential to rise above Naughty Dog's ideological propaganda. I mean, I like The Last of Us 2 despite everything they injected into that game, but I suspect it'll be one part awesome, one part cringe. New Ori going to be weird and lit. Cool. It's not like I'm making math. It's making the clear blue stuff. I'm making that white stuff. Oh, man. I got the white lung, Pop. This is how I like to do things, though. I don't want to be, like, rinsing out this airbrush cup and doing more colors at the same time. So I like to get everything prime black, and then I like to get everything Zenithal. Ideally. That doesn't often happen. But I'm making some progress tonight. I feel good. Look at those snowy little lizards. Snowy little lizards. I'm so pleased. James is pleased. Aiko, I don't know how I confused those two. Yeah, I didn't know what you meant by the new Ori. I figured there was just something I missed that they didn't show at the Game Awards. But yeah, whatever that is, it looks pretty cool. Interesting. Very interesting. I like kind of really weird stuff like that. Let's actually put the other camera on so you can see what I'm doing. All right, let's go. Chaos Lord on Karkadrak. This is just an awesome model. I really do love it. He's going to be my guinea pig for some things. I'm going to try some different things with metallics and the armor color and the washes. And I'm really looking forward because he's riding this kind of like dragon lizard monster thing. I'm going to try some different contrast paint things on his skin. So hopefully it'll work out. It'll be fun. This looks like, I mean, a really evil, like, third evolution Pokemon. Like, this would be one that, like, Team Rocket's boss shows up riding, and everybody's like, oh, God. Karkadrak! all the sides of his horn. The horn is important. It's his whole personality. Looks pretty good, I think. Give him a love. Whoa, wrong way. Cha-chong. Cool dude. I like him. It's got a brilliant personality. This painting stuff is chill as heck. It really is. It's very relaxing too. Especially like if I'm just by myself painting. It's so nice because you have to just give it all of your focus, and it's almost like a meditation because you can't be thinking about other stuff while you're doing it. And so it's just you're concentrating on just like staying in the lines. I think that's why they have those like grown-up coloring books for like mental health purposes. It's really the same kind of deal because you're so focused on it. Before you know it, so much time has passed, and you also have this cool thing that you made to show for it, which is nice. But yeah, he looks pretty dang good. I'm pleased. Again, Zenithal, you can see the black on the bottom, so it has even more of a kind of shadow effect. But, yeah, he's a cutie patootie, isn't he? He's gonna get you. I mean, why stop with a sword when you can have a giant battle axe as well? He's a lord. He can afford it. Airbrushing it up. Let's see. What's up, Justin? Good to see you. That must be a fantasy model. I don't recognize the mini. This is the Chaos Lord on the Carcadrag. How do you like bonsai bush trimming? I'm very impressed by people that do it. I was driving in a part of the state that I had never been to before the other day, and there was this like roadside bonsai tree salesperson. Usually, like if you're driving out in the country in Oklahoma, you'll see people selling like, nuts, like pecans or whatever. It's like bonsai trees, really? That's just like the most random thing I've ever seen on the side of the road in Oklahoma that someone was selling. I found spots. It's like the more you look at it, you're like, oh, I need to lighten that up. Oh man, I got airbrush finger, y'all. Airbrush finger. Blurry finger. That's fine. Yeah, Carcadrag. There we go. Squeezed out in hyperdrive and drowning in love. Encompass the moral position above. Very nice. Thank you, Justin. So yeah, who else do I have? Who else we got? Oh, yes. I've got a lot. I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my terrain from the Spearhead book. Glowy green. So I've got these terrain bits that came with the box set, and this is a warp stone. I painted this first after I primed it just to I was experimenting with something I saw online and like a good way to get that warpstone glow kind of effect. It's super green and I love it. But I'm going to go ahead and zenithal the rest of it. I'll probably end up covering that up with white, but I don't care. I can just put more green on top of it. I think it'll work out all right. So yeah, I've got both of these. They're both the same shape of terrain, but it'll look a lot better once it's been zennied. Let's go. Man, it just comes to life once you get the white on there. I'm being real haphazard with this just because it's terrain. I don't really care too much. There we go. It's heavy enough. I don't need to hold it. Look, we got a little skelly boy. Look at him. He's got definition. He's been working out. Man, look at that. It's so much better. Yes. Have you read any Warhammer books yet? I'm on my 7th, just started November 1st. Justin, you're a maniac. I've not, but my dad loaned me a bunch of his Horus Heresy books. I'm going to get to them eventually. When I have time. Whoa. Don't fall over. Not as heavy as I thought. And I started the first Eisenhorn book, but got distracted. I went ahead and loaned it to my dad because he reads a lot faster than I do. He's also retired, so that helps. You can actually see the bricks. mean, obviously they must be good, Justin, since you're blowing through them so fast. Smells like paint. Pretty good, I think. It's so nice when that detail finally comes out. Set him aside. Get the other guy. I'm going through Heresy right now. Started book 3 last night. Very good so far, but I heard the series overall is very hit or miss. Well, it's like that's the problem when you hop between different authors. You're going to have varying quality, I'm sure. Jumping around to follow your favorite legions and our authors is supposedly perfectly fine, so that's my plan. Ah, okay, that's cool. By the Hershey factory in Philly? James, I would highly recommend The Infinite and the Divine. It's a Necron book that is the best thing I've read so far. Absolutely magnificent. Ooh. The Infinite and the Divine. I like Necrons. They got interesting lore. Oh, we're flowing now. Heresy covering up my warpstone with snow, but I just hit it again with some green. Better come alive. Yeah. It's already suffering the indignity of being chained to the wall, but now I gotta put white paint on his face. Oof. My cup's running low. I'm trying to use it all up. So I'm going to do some just really quick broad coverage and then hit the rest if I have extra. Or details if I have extra. Just do quick and dirty for now. Just to make sure everything gets a little. I think we are the running out. So that was a good call. I just noticed he's got a little rat on his shoulder. That's adorable. He's got a pet. Well, that worked out pretty well. I would have liked a little more, but I'm not going to complain. It's fine. But hey, look at that empty cup. Worked out. Dwayne Johnson, what's up? All these past few minutes while I put the stream on in the background while you're doing something. I thought it was a game you was playing. I didn't put it properly until now. Yeah, I'm bad thing. Cool. That worked out. Although I do have some other things. You know what? I'll add just a little bit more. I'm gonna play with fire. Add just a little bit more. Oh, wait. I remember flow improver first. And then paint. Oh. There we go. Mix it up. Mix it. There we go. Proper coverage. Ah, yes. All right. We'll call that one good too. Woo! All right. Let me see if I have another small one we can do. Let me see. Well, this is one of my favorite models. put this terrain away real quick. I'm just putting some white contrast on my Warhammer models. Dwayne. AOS is dead, Hammer. Yeah. That's why I'd play if it were more popular locally. James, you have the Masterbot song? If so, is it on this playlist? This is a live stream that I'm streaming. So I'm not in control of what they play. And it's all like stuff that they make, like remixes and the like. Justin, I do like Sigmar more than 40k. Once I started playing Spearhead and Age of Sigmar, the full game in general, I found the rules to be more to my liking than 40k. But I'm also more of a medieval nerd than like sci-fi. I'm more into the fantasy than in sci-fi, I suppose. So yeah, and it's just I just play with a couple of my friends. So I know practically nothing about Sigmar. They switched to it from Warhammer Fantasy Battle like 2 years after I first started 40k. Yeah, I like it a lot. It's really interesting to me, and they have some amazing models since most of them are really new. So this one is the Stormcast Eternals, the Lord Veritant, with Griff Crow token pet thing. I've got some ideas for my Stormcast Eternals color scheme. I got a really nice gold color that I'm excited to test out at some point. Maybe the Veritants can be my guinea pig. Beefcake, easiest model ever. Done. Griff Crow. It's like a little baby griffin thing. So yeah, maybe this will be my guinea pig. I'll use that little piece of armor and put some gold on that. Paint the thing, maybe some kind of black. Fluffy looking colors. I've heard that Sigmar does have better rules, especially compared to 10th edition 40k, and allegedly their modelers have bigger budgets than the 40k modelers. I don't know about the budgets, but I love me some Sigmar models. They're really neat. Dwayne Johnson, I watched your recap. Game Awards video. What platform does Black Myth have bugs, issues? I bought the physical version last week. I've heard from some folks that there's some input lag, making some of the boss fights very, very difficult. It's like I pushed the button, but it didn't register that I pushed the button, kind of things. But I don't know if that's super widespread. We'll see. I will get to it eventually. It looks like a fun game. So this is the Lord Veritant. Maybe I am 14 years old, Brett. Actually, it's funny you say 14 because I actually went to the doctor today to get a checkup, and they took my blood pressure, and he told me I have the blood pressure of a 14-year-old, so I took that as a good thing. That could be because I quit playing Elden Ring, though, so... Maybe if he had taken my blood pressure, 6 months ago, it would be worse. I kid. Yeah, I really like this model. Just like flaming sword, torch, blindfold. This is really good. Good stuff. Good stuff right there. Have you ever put together a Zoid? That sounds familiar. I'm not sure. I've seen that on the digital gameplay walkthrough. The boss battles, difficult parts I've seen, they're somewhat difficult. Yeah. I've not looked into it at all just because I don't want to get into spoilers. That's just some things some people have mentioned on the channel. So I figured I'd wait before I jump into that one. Since I started the Stormcast, I might as well do some more Stormcast. Lord Vigilant, big boy, on a giant griffhound with his hooves and teeth, beak and claws, rather. This is also a very cool model. That will become more apparent when it isn't just black. And got some detail. Looking pretty good. Come on now. Looking pretty good. I think we've reached that part of the evening where James has run out of things to say. Oh man, does my office smell like paint now, though? What? I think that's good. Not that it smells like paint, but I think like there's enough paint on this model. All right, I'm calling it. All right. Yeah, that worked out pretty well. Got 3 stormcasts done. I suppose I can experiment on them. Did the Stormcast Eternals drop the golden masks? No, they still have golden masks. Most of them do. I know the Veritant is one of the exceptions to that rule, but for the most part they do. For the most part, the Stormcast models, they'll usually give you options. They'll usually give you like a masked and unmasked option. So I've got a lot of just like people's heads on sprues. But sometimes I opt to get no helmet. It just kind of depends on what you want to do. It's pretty cool. Is Biscuit allowed in this room? No. He still likes to bite and chew. Look how sweaty this is. I got wrinkles on my fingers from the sweat. Enjoy it. It's so shiny. But hey, no paint on my hand. Except right there. Except that right there. No, Biscuit's not allowed in here. I have a gigantic pile of styrofoam and crafting things over here that he would just shred and turn it into a white Christmas. I've also got cables and just lots of expensive, messy stuff in general in here. So no, he's not allowed over here. And he might pee or poo. Yes. To the bits box with them, exactly. That's great. A blood pressure of a 14-year-old James taking care of himself. Yeah, like I said, I turned 40 this year, so I was like, I need to make sure I don't have any issues. Had some blood work done. I still haven't got the results of that, but I'm not worried. I'm not concerned about it. Let me show you one more thing before I call it a night. I was working on this for the board. I made a little tower out of styrofoam blocks, and the door. Let me turn on my other thing. The door is actually made of chopsticks. I'm not done with this one by a long shot, but the painting and everything on the tower proper is finished, and then I'm gonna put a topper, like a cone, a styrofoam cone, and some shingles. And so it's going to be like a wizard tower. Kind of like, I modeled it after the wizard tower on from Stardew Valley. So I'll do some glue and flocking here on the base, give it a grassy look. And I've got some like vines and mossy things I can put in the cracks to give it some life. And the final touch is going to be, I have windows actually. I'm going to put some LEDs on the inside so that it has like a glow coming out the windows. I think it'll look really good on the table. So yeah, Deej, that tower reminds me of a popular castle toy with knights from the late 80s, early 90s. I think I know the one you're talking about. But yeah, one of my beefs is like, playing Age of Sigmar or any tabletop wargaming thing is really cool, but like, whenever you have just like little numbered coins or something to indicate where the control points are, it just kind of takes me out of it. So I like to turn the control points into actual like terrain pieces that, something that soldiers would actually fight for control over. I also got these. I ordered these online, but I had to build them myself. These they're for 40K. These like kind of futuristic shipping crate kind of things, and they're pretty cool. They're really solid. I had to glue them together myself, but it wasn't too difficult. But they look pretty good on the board. Really neat, quick, fairly inexpensive way to do it. Certainly better than my first attempt at the terrain, which was functional at best. Throw. Fisher Price Great Adventure Castle. Yeah, I know the one you're talking about. My brother and I had this game growing up called Weapons and Warriors, and you actually had it was this castle that you would build, and you had attackers and defenders. And so like the attackers had all of these like catapults and giant ballistas and these little orange plastic balls that you would like shoot at the castle, and you would actually like try to knock chunks of the castle wall down. It was really fun. I've still got it somewhere, I think. I hope my parents didn't throw it away. I need to find that game because that was legit fun. It was a little messy, but yeah. So yeah, pretty fun little project I put together. I think it'll look really good on the table when it's finally done and put together. Add a little life to it. But yeah. I made a laser cut wood or whatever. I think I've seen those. No, the shipping crate things, it's kind of like a really compressed, it's kind of like cardboard, but not. It's kind of like mat board almost. It's whoops. Like it's really solid. I could bend it with one hand. It's not that solid, but I mean, it's got a decent heft to it, and it holds up really well. But yeah, they were pretty cool. Season's beating to all. Anyway, thank you guys for joining me tonight. I'm so happy because I got so much done. I mean, I got all my spearhead terrain Zenithal. I got all of the Seraphon spearhead Zenithal. A couple of Stormcast Eternals. My Chaos Lord. I mean, I can actually paint some things now. No more excuses, right? Right. Super cold and snowy here in Wisconsin tonight. Hope everyone else is warm. It's not too bad here, but it's Oklahoma, so who knows if that's going to hold up. Anyway, yeah, thanks for tuning in tonight. I'll be back Sunday playing probably Astrobot. I'm on the verge of finishing that one. I might finish it before Sunday comes around, depending on if I have time. We'll see. If that's the case, I might do Silent Hill or even something else completely different. I'm not sure. But yeah, thanks for tuning in and watching me paint. I'll probably be doing this more often. I'm going to try to make this a once a week kind of thing, just because I truly do have an epic amount of like unpainted models. And I want to buy more, but I can't really justify buying more when I have so many sitting around gray. So... that's my motive for getting this done. James the Zenithal fiend over here. That's right. That is right. So I will. Also, I've got friends coming in town, and we're actually going to roll some dice and play. So I would like the models to look not gray or black. So at least black and white has more definition. They're monochrome. We're playing in the 1930s. So this is a good song to go out on. But yeah, plastic crack indeed. Thank you guys once again for tuning in. Be sure and like the stream on your way out, and join the Discord if you haven't. Thanks for popping in, Deej. It was nice to meet you. And yeah, I'll be back next week. Probably I might make it a Thursday thing, or whatever. Just do paint night. So yeah, feel like tuning in for that, please do. And anyway, I'll see you next time right here on that That echoed. I know it. Bye. Night.